Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished Iceland, which was quite sizable. I don't know if the pipeland that I'm in now will be any smaller or quicker. We will see. I do remember this being fairly large. I heard that. An end spade panel spawned at the beginning, which it couldn't do until I exited and re-entered something, because I had like enough points stored up for it or whatever its spawn condition is. Okay. What do I remember about this layout? This is not star, this is star. There's some coins here and here, I want to say. Okay, there's some coins here and here. I think it's 20 here, 10 here, but maybe the other way around. Wait, no, isn't this a star? You know what? I don't know anything. That's a mushroom. That's a flower. I don't know where a flower is. Maybe here? Hey! That's a 20. This was a mushroom. Could this be a 20? It was! Okay, that's a mushroom. This was a mushroom? Okay. So this might be the 10. It is! Hey, look, I finished. Okay. My inventory is almost definitely full now, right? No, I used lots of items. That's right, I wasted a bunch on purpose. Okay. So, lots of room in... Oh, I want to show this now-ish. Well, I'll wait a moment. So that piranha plant over there on the right by the lock, this is fine, I can do this now. So right, the pipe maze. What was the purpose of this pipe? I got distracted by the thing spawning. So there's that lock. Let's use a music box. So that thing curls up and goes to sleep with a music box. It's like a Hammer Brother. So I could walk by that thing, which is going to be an automatic encounter when I get to it. I don't wish to skip it, but I just wanted to show its sleeping sprite. Alright, so 7-1. Full of pipes. I am hammer suited. Ah, it's this level. Okay. I'll hold this hammer suit for as long as I can, which probably won't be very long because I'm not too concerned over there. Is this the... This is the memory overflow level or whatever. What I was thinking of when I was talking about that before. Break a certain block in order to corrupt memory in a certain way and like trigger a game end or something. I don't know, I watched a TAS about this once. I don't remember the details. There's a hard to get into spot right there, and then I'm pretty sure I can, and I think might have a 1-up in it? It sure does. Okay. So that's a thing. I had a choice of 2. I took the one that spits me out down lower, and now I have to restart. This doesn't go through, that doesn't go through, those two go to the same place, the bottom ones. I did not get much of a chance to read the pipes, so it's just a rude surprise if you take the wrong one. Yep, that works. I think there's wraparound here. Whoops. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, Mario, please get control over yourself. I say when I'm the one controlling you. I think it's a pipe above... Okay, this is dangerous. Okay, leaf below. Pipe above? I meant to say leaf above, but also I was wrong about that. So hammers just let me destroy things when I feel like it, which is kind of nice. They're a little hard to aim. I'm not sure I want to destroy that guy. He might come in handy. No. I think there's a spot higher up here where I kind of want to jump on some turtles. You could be used as munitions for those plants if I didn't have a pocket full of those. But I do. Okay, so there's wraparound, right? There is, yes. Do I want to do things there? How does this work? Oh, I think I have to swap for a leaf to get into that pipe if I want to, because there's a bonus in there. There might be another way. So if I went to... Dang it. Something about the jumping physics in here that makes it just very easy to slip off of things. Yeah, so I can't spawn a block here. Alright, well I already missed the leaf down there, but if you fly or otherwise get into... Is there like a... It's kind of hitched on the wall for a second there. I don't know if a wall jump is possible, but I can't go high enough to get into that pipe as things are. So there's a coin cache for flyers only. I guess I'm not getting back up there. Okay, fine. Could I do like a shell jump or something? I don't know how to do that in this game. I barely know how to do it in the other game, where you might see that more someday. Anyway, so not gonna get that coin cache. Actually, let me check one more time. Is there a blank space in there? There is not. The one up I'm remembering was earlier and I already got it. So these two. Looks pretty dangerous. Oh, well, they were. Well, look what I found. There's a one up there. So Hammersuit's gone. Many things are happening. This is a very dangerous tunnel. There might be more one-ups up there. I randomly found one and I'll be satisfied with that. Nobody rude coming out of those pipes. Okay. So that's first level of... I forget if this is Pipeland or Pipe Maze. Manual says Pipeland, but I think... I'm gonna get the official name of all the worlds at the end of this game. So I'm curious if that will match what's in the manual. Instrument had a moment there. Does this go to that toad house I was seeing? Yes. Pick a box. Its contents will help you on your way. Thank you, that's a good prize. I don't think I had one of those, actually. I used them all and never got any more. They don't show up in the end spade panel game. Too good a prize for that thing. The instrument did the thing again. Alright, is this the... No, this is a different one. So these desert-looking blocks made me think this was the giant maze in the air, but that comes later. Does this level have a hammer suit in it? Oh, this is the level where you want to have the hammer suit to be fireproof. Okay, this looks like P-switch business to me, so I won't break those yet. Yeah. So Frog Suit could probably get more coins than Naked Mario. Yeah, because those are a little out of reach. Is there another P-switch? Officially known as Switch Block. Okay, it's this maze level, right, yes. Every level's kind of a maze in this world, I want to say. Maybe not every level. I can go through that pipe despite the down current and do absolutely nothing. I'll investigate, whoa, those bricks in a moment. Let's check these two pipes. Okay, that's how I proceed. So there's a special nipper plant here that I haven't interacted with. I guess I'm interacting with it now. So on this side... Oh, you're not the special one. I guess that's later. Well, I missed my opportunity to break these bricks. But I guess by not bringing a frog suit, I missed my opportunity to collect them as coins, so I missed something either way. Where's the special nipper plant I'm thinking of? And where does this pipe go? Somewhere. So, just walking past... Hey, that's... Oh, right, no, this is the bridging spot. So, I want to build a bridge there. Okay, let's do this level differently. This one's kind of a mess. Gonna take a little bit to get through it. So we know it's below. This doesn't go anywhere. What is in this, actually? Whoa! It's a little hard to get to. I guess regardless of the way I'm facing, I just always get pushed to the right if I'm standing up under a thing. Wah! I have fire too. Despite your mouth having fire in it, your body's not fireproof. So right, if I try to jump across here, I don't make it because I have to make a bridge first. I don't have to make a full bridge, just a couple of those would do if I was confident not falling. But with a full bridge, everything will be fine. Here's a leaf, I like those. Alright, so just return, go above. And this is a convenient way to do that. Okay, and above one of these is a something? Here we go, it was a 1-up. And it was somewhere around the middle. Whoops, not what I wanted, is it? Maybe it is. Ooh. Thwap! Well, I thwapped one. So I could fly here if I wanted. Okay, sure. What's this? Fire flower, I'm good with my tail. Can't go up any of those. Don't get nipped. So yeah, this is just the layer above and the layer below. I think that's all I need to really be concerned about here. And that one pipe obviously goes below, because you can see it extending under everything. Don't think there are any hidden secrets there. There is one in this room somewhere. Where's that thing? Am I making this up? So it would appear, unless I gotta, like, fly to it or something? Okay, I thought there was a hidden one up somewhere in here. If there is, it's not in any place I looked. Maybe not. Okay. That's all fine. Many pipes. Pipes everywhere. The land of pipes. Even though I have a P meter on the overworld, it doesn't, like, carry over from where I exited. Star level, that's right. This one's a star run. I think that's a star chain, yeah, so that block would have been a coin if I didn't already have a star. And if I do it right, I can continue the star chain throughout the whole level. It's not the easiest thing to do, as you can see. So now, when you see a coin block that's suspicious, it might have had a star in it. Why did that not kill the Spiny? Spiny spikes are stronger than Mario's butt, I guess? Huh. I didn't know that. I thought it was the other way around. Lakitu is here. P-switch. Okay. For a paltry amount of blue coins, there's gotta be something else that does. Goomba pipe? Haven't seen those since, like, 1-2? Okay. Alright, the Skydog is asserting himself, but the level's already over. Okay, that one was kind of a tiny little nothing. Not much going on there. Got it. Alright, so it goes from 3 to 5, so if I went 4, I would go left first. Well, I went for star and I got mushroom. Maybe? Nope! Never ever works, no matter what I do. Except for that one time that it did. Alright, I think this is another situation where both of these go to the exact same place. This is a water level, apparently. An auto-scrolling water level. Don't think we had one of those before. There's like 2 different kinds of fish here. Those are a little spikier on top. Well, I guess I'm not getting that. It kind of phased through the ground for a moment. There's like a cheep and a blurp, and they're different fish. Well, there's a... okay, you know what? This is clearly a place to bring a fire flower. I think I have 1 or 2 of those. So I will do that. I wonder if a P-wing could fly over that big block of blocks. Like that wall that I had to go into the pipe to avoid. Okay, so mushroom would have been good enough. As long as I can keep it to here, which shouldn't be hard. Don't get trapped, don't get fished. You can be knocked out. Just because you're big doesn't mean you can resist fire. This is gonna scroll up. Yep, there it goes. Can't even really see where I am. Okay. Gelectro is what those are called, as I recall. They just hurt if I touch and don't move or do anything. They're just water munchers, pretty much. Okay, so bringing a fire flower has made a lot of challenges not such an issue here. Ah, blooper with babies, though. Well, just get to it from the right angle first somehow. Or ignore and leave before it can do anything. Alright, I'll leave that there in case I need it someday. Someone else can pluck it as they come by. Well, that's fine. I think this is the end, just about. Pretty close to, somewhere. So that fish has its mouth open. Are there no babies? There's a baby inside it. I don't know what determines when the fish opens and closes its mouth and when it gives birth through it or whatever it does. Yeah, so look at the way this scrolls. I think this is the same screen as the first bit, and you can maybe P-wing to skip the whole thing. I'll make a note to try that on loop 2. Okay. Number 5. Toad House and Pipe. 3-way pipe entrance. Same sort of deal here, maybe also P-wing skippable, so I guess I'll have to try the same trick. I don't imagine I can go back. No. Alright, well, I have a shell now. I still have a shell. It's this level! I say as if that means anything. It means something to me. Oops. Right. This is going to be the second instance of block bridging, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if there's anything in those. Some of them are in... Whoa! That was fun. Some of them are inconvenient to... Now, why did I do that? Inconvenient to break. Let's see what's through this pipe before going anywhere, because I am not actually sure. Ah, that's the way forward. Okay. So the pipe next to the toad house is probably a shortcut to a lock or something later. Alright, if I go in with nothing, how do things go? I'll have to die once more so that I can show... It'll probably happen. So I can show that the top pipe also goes to the same place. Yeah, right. I'm gonna bring a turtle with me? Am I now? That turtle? Yep. I insist on it being this one. And maybe not do what you would that's not right. I can't just drop a shell in this game. I did the same thing. I'm so optimistic about getting through there. I even brought a shell to kill the bombs. Alright, let's try that again. I want to get up to the question mark. I think that's actually just done through the pipe that's up there rather than going directly. Okay, trying this again. Gonna bring you along. Bonk. And actually use you the sensible way. Just get rid of these and you'll bounce back, and here's a bridge. Okay. Here's another bridge. This way I can actually go. Alright, so there's a pipe I could take there if I wanted. Several pipes I could take here if I wanted. There's a question mark there that looks enticing. This is going to be a coin. So that stops me from falling in and being stuck in a one-way something. One of these goes. Is this one the one without the... yeah. This has one, but there's a power-up in this block. I don't know what it is if I'm large. So here's a place where you're going to have to slide, if you hadn't already figured out how to do that. Just for completeness, I feel like popping this square. Oh, it has a 1-up! Well, I guess I could have popped it left and then collected it. Maybe it'll wait for me if I do things this way? Hey, it did! Look at that. And this will be a block? Yep. Okay. Only one way forward. There's a green coin over there because of all the funny palette weirdness at the edge of the screen. I'm sure there's a technical explanation for that. I don't know it off the top of my head. So I can slide through there. That's one way to proceed. I think this also lets me proceed, like there's a two-way split here. Of some sort. So if I were small and I needed to break a brick, a shell could do that for me with some engineering. Is there a way up here? I guess I'm supposed to bounce on a trooper. Whoop! Done. Break that brick. I did it. Then I fell. So either slide through the little gap or go this way and be in the same place. Okay. Over here, ba-bum. Turtle walking back and forth. Whoa, danger. Oh, right, this pit is rude. Watch this. So I'm going to kill the ba-bum to remove the danger. And do that to remove the danger. You get trapped with a bomb there and just have to deal with it if you fall down that way. You can see what would have happened. I'm pretty sure through the ice is the exit, although this also looks exity to me. I don't really want a spiny shell in my hands. This is where I need to make a bridge. So I guess I'll just... Wait, do you ever wake up? Yes. Through the ice wall was not the way to the exit, after all. And now I can pick that up, right? I don't know that. Can I pick up the block in that situation? Maybe, I don't know. Picking up ice blocks is weirdly hard to do. Just doesn't really let it be done very often. one up here. I thought there was something somewhere. Without bridge built, I would have a lot of trouble getting through here because, whoa, I was in the wall for a second there. A lot of collision jank today. Alright, let's test this. I have flight. Could I go on top of that? It scrolls up, so maybe. Seems not. Okay. Well, I wonder if there's anything in the sky at the start. Okay, another one to investigate. So 7-4 and 7-5 both have interesting skies at the start. Really? That thing again? Over here. I guess it goes to my last spawn point. Okay, well, let's have some items, I guess. Flower, 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 flower. Not there. Okay. Got all the flowers. You know, those are pretty useful. Another mushroom, I'm gonna guess here, and be wrong. Okay. So that pipe goes forward. Yeah, that little M symbol you saw for a moment before I became Mario again is my spawn point. That matters more in two-player games, but it matters in one-player too. Whenever I die, I go back to it. Tanuki suit! Thank you! You got the good stuff. Always my favorite. The heck is this? This is nothing. I can't do anything here. I guess it's a way to look ahead. So I don't think anything ever bridges to that spot. It's just a pipe to nowhere. A dead end in the pipe maze. Alright, so let's see this funny muncher plant thing that's been on the map for a while. And I put to sleep once, but it woke up. Okay, so you... I guess the green fire plants are... Venus Firetrap is their official name, I recall. They're the shorter version. Okay, so these funny plants do that. It's as it looks, and they're deadly when they're up. But I think as soon as they're going down, they're undeadly anymore. Undeadly, sure. Ah, this is full of plants! Why so many plants here? Just an infestation. And you go into this thing that looks like it goes nowhere. What a weird level. And you get a P-Wing out of it. How's my inventory? P-Wing not in danger of being erased. There are no Hammer Brothers to pace back and forth, but the little munchy plants, like the one in the bottom right there, have to play a little animation after I do a thing, as if they are Hammer Brothers pacing back and forth. That's what that delay was. It's a little longer than it would be otherwise. Ooh, the fortress made of bricks. Okay. This place. Very memorable. And this is a confusing maze, so let's go right, and in this door... This is a little bit like 6-4, 6-5, whichever one that is, the legendary level. I think this is safe enough? Yeah. I think I can upgrade that to a leaf if I re-enter. Up here is a pipe. No, that's a flower. Okay, well, I'll take that too. Unlike earlier and later Mario games, get hit with a fire flower, like a second tier power-up, fire flower or leaf, and you end up as Big Mario instead of small. It's a little more generous, because you actually get 2 layers of protection. Okay, now this is not how I remembered it. I thought there was a leaf in that block, and I kind of actually need one. So I need to discover this. I could have mined around for it, but I just remembered where it was. So that makes a door. And you can get a lot of coins if you feel like it, and go in a door down here. That door stays around. I don't think there's anything of interest in those bricks, but that just takes me back to where I was. If I return through this door, I go here, yes. So the only way forward would appear to be this. So the magic door that appears... Wait, what was with that pipe? Oh, okay, I'm at it now. This pipe takes me to a bonus room with a tanuki in it. Neat! Yes, time is low, I know. There's something more I have to do. This will take me back to the power-up room. And that's no return. Okay. So you take the tanuki suit so you can have flight, because you have to fly here. That's the only place anything could be hidden. So you can bring your own flight to the level if you want. But it does provide really good flight of its own. This is like a weirdly dead room. All these burned out candles and empty spaces where you'd expect, like, ghosts to be. It's kind of eerie. I always remember this plus-shaped formation is where you gotta fly to get to the pipe. And then boom boom. I don't know how much flight's gonna help me here. You were trying to get the same help. But it didn't work because I was too fast. Alright, so I come out as a raccoon. The good kind of raccoon. Lock is gone. I'll go in here because it's here, I guess. But I don't really care. Alright, go in for flower. And for some reason that was mushroom, even though my timing was literally perfect. Because the game cheats. Flying here is not really much of an option, and I'm pretty sure you can't go over that wall. Here's a wraparound level. One of these vertical ones. Oh, I got that turtle trapped. Poor thing. Its friend will wake up and it'll be free in a moment, though. There we go. So second instance of these, nothing interesting in these, I'm pretty sure. The light bulb block things that the manual lies to you about. Is it a light bulb? That's what I always saw. Maybe that's something else? That's gonna be dangerous. Okay, I undangered it a bit. So walking off of and back onto that thing does not count as reorienting it looks like. It has to be an actual jump. Okay, well, I'm here now. What's all this? There's something in here? There is not. You go away. What about... whoa, these. Coins there. I guess I'll pick them up since I started. Spikes. How often have we seen these spikes? This surely is not the first instance of them. No, we've seen them in fortresses before. But they, oh boy, okay. They don't show up on their own too often. So right, if I stayed on this thing, what would happen is it would disappear and I'd fall. So kind of a funny little puzzle here. Not super obvious where I'm going. There's that pipe there that I can't really reach without maybe flying. I could try to go in this one and... I can go? I'm not sure I knew that. Did I ever try that before? Probably. I just forgot. Going in the bottom of that pipe's not gonna happen. The plant is still in it. There we go. And if I try to go up, I don't get anywhere. So what I have to do is take advantage of the wraparound and do this fancy move. And I can fall and set myself back if I want to. I can also do that if I don't want to. Both can happen. Leaf. I would like to keep my better leaf. And I don't need the horizontal mover because I have an omni mover. Right, so spikes you can't see very well because of the way the camera is. This one's gonna expire soon. Okay, that's all fine. Yeah, I know, timer. Please calm yourself. Oh! So that's what happens when you stand up in that situation. I was not ready for that. Fortunately, I was ready enough. Okay. Light bulb, where are you taking me? Up this shaft where there are many plants? On the right side, I guess there aren't any, but if I just go here, I should be okay. On the right side, there is one. Okay, yeah, and up here is my exit pipe. Fairly certain there's nothing up any higher. Trying to fly. This does not scroll. Okay. Well, that's not gonna be 3 stars. You know what? I'm glad it's not, because that thing takes longer. Okay. Couple more left. Yeah, I think this world is maybe just overall a little bit smaller. Yeah, it only goes to 9 instead of 10. A little bit smaller than Ice World. Well, this looks like a place I want to fly. Well, but it's not. How odd. Okay. Not sure what the point of that screen was. Why couldn't I have started just there? Maybe there was something hidden in the sky. I guess I could search around with a... Oh boy, Star Run over Munchers, is that what we're doing? Okay. Another star in that block which went the wrong way. Alright, I'm gonna have trouble keeping my Tanuki here. Should be possible though. Just play sensibly. I'm pretty sure none of these pipes have anything in them. Well, here goes my suit. If only I had flown. I had P-speed. Well, that's not how that happened. Back in the day I had a lot of trouble duck sliding, so this was much harder. I did get hit here, so it's definitely not free. Okay. It was a fun and different level, and why didn't I get a star there? I was running. That should have been a star. Maybe I jumped wrong. Line up the things that don't ever want to line up. Yep. I mean, it was a little late there, but like it just doesn't matter. It presents itself like a game of skill, but it's actually not. Okay, this does something funny. This has like... Is this not another level with like an A side and a B side? Like that one in Giant Land? Or am I just reminded of it because it looks kind of similar? Does this pipe go? No, I'm just reminded of it because it looks kind of similar. Must have like the same tile set and background color or something. Where's that special nipper plant I was thinking about? White block is here, and it's actually useful this time. Sort of, if I didn't want to deal with that guy another way. Well then. Worked great! I did run behind him, but... not that it matters. That thing just takes too long to do its work. Okay, well... Look at this weird blue bridge. How unusual. It really stands out. Well, I use my power-ups productively, sort of. Let's call that productively. So sometimes you do, like, one short, one tall. Whoa. And sometimes... Whoa, okay, there's the special one! The fire shooter! There are not many of those in the game. I remember them being in an earlier level, but apparently they're not. Yeah, so you just get ambushed by fire, by trying to hide there and be safe. I don't think any of these pipes go. Wow. What a place. So there's a star here. Let's try and make better use of it. I guess this is supposed to just be a star run. Here, you go away. Oh, did I see if I kill your ball, then the body dies too? I guess that makes some sense, because otherwise they'd have to detach. Alright, I do have another couple of leaves, actually. I'll bring a mushroom again. It's all the plants that are the issue here, really. It scrolls up. Well, now I am suspicious, and I may want to fly. How am I going to deal with this? Oh, they don't quite synchronize. The green ones and red ones... their timings are different. So if I want to be patient, I can get a friendlier timing. Red ones don't... ceiling ones, rather, don't respect priority, do they? Hey. Well... Yeah, this level's kind of deadly. That thing looked at me as I was going down. Okay, well, let's learn to do this with nothing. Should be fine. I can exist on the side of your pipe for a moment. Alright, so top one will not respect my space and move out of the way. Oh, the bottom one didn't spawn this time over there. Weird. I wonder why not. Alright, so let's make good use of this. I say, really, really not doing that. Wow. Didn't even get a chance to test the thing I wanted to test. Alright. Well, I was suspicious of being able to go higher up. Let's bring a leaf. Why do you scroll up, level? I would like to know. There's a mushroom and a flower cozied up to each other. Flower and a star. Hey, there is stuff up here. This is something I don't actually remember exploring. Am I discovering something new here? Probably just not remembering, but yeah, I do not remember this. So those are a little harder to reach. If I had P speed still, it'd be easier, but I don't know if I can engineer that. Maybe? Almost. I think I can fly there with some effort. I just land better. Seems like right to left doesn't give me as much as left to right. Well, now I fell. Okay, let's refly. I think there's floor here with enough room to fly. There we go. Alright, they were just coins. I still think I can fly here. If I'm good enough about it. I just gotta jump real short and land where I have lots of runway. Alright, this is my challenge to myself now. Ah! Doesn't work very well. You know what? Forget it. Let's star, and I'll fly again later. I want to try this thing. Yeah, the base goes away if the ball dies. Get some of my many lives I've spent here back. What's above this pipe? Coins, okay. Multi-coin that I did not take much advantage of. If you don't know how those work, the first time you hit it, it starts a timer that'll make the block disappear, or rather, give its last coin after that time. So it's not a... There's a pipe up here! So it's not a quantity of coins, it's a certain amount of time of coins. Whoa! There's a coin heaven here? What is all this? I'm discovering lots of stuff I didn't know about in this level. I am pretty sure I've never gone to coin heaven here. It's gonna be the same thing, but I want to see... Oh, this is probably the return pipe from coin heaven. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Okay! New things! Here's a chance to get that one up I never got in the sky. Or is this a different coin heaven? Wait, this doesn't look the same. Yeah, this one doesn't scroll. What? Whoa! I don't know if I've ever been here before. Huh! Wow, okay. New stuff. Well, that's exciting. I was hoping I'd learn something new about this game, and I think that was the something new. Cool. Is this the end? That big bush somehow has the look of end to it, but no. So just check on top of every pipe from above. Ah, dang it. Well, my ability to do that went away, and now I'm probably gonna die. Wow, I get, like, no invincibility. What? Well, you know what? I want to explore that sky some more. There might be more stuff there. This is my last leaf. Alright, fine. I probably found everything there was to find. But yeah, that was an exciting moment. Okay. Without a tail, P-Speed doesn't stick around the way that it does when I have one. Okay, that counted. Alright, if I can make this jump, there we go, I can take better advantage of my invincibility. And at least get this guy gone. Well, for whatever that was worth. Not much. Hooah! Again, easy to slip off stuff. You know what? For my honor, I feel like I need to do this small. I know I can, it's just gonna take a little bit of doing. And some patience here as these need to line up. Okay, that one spawned this time. Showed up for work. Make this jump good enough, sure. Here we go, that's a little better. Okay, so clearer here. You should not be around while I'm standing there. Very rude of you. Let's try this. It worked. Okay, so I'll jump over your thing. Let's see how that goes. So after a tall one, I know I'll get a short one. Same for you. Yeah, under was the way to go. Fire plant. Very imposing. So let's just not deal with any of these. Let's just not worry about what's in those bricks. It's a very good ambush. Quite effective. Alright, so that level is quite serious. It's an optional one. You can just not ever enter it if you want. I've been using items. I could use some more. Hammer suit! Neat! So high tier prize for getting through that gauntlet of a level. 9! Here's the maze in the sky. In the sky? Slightly off the ground. Alright, this is a very memorable level. Big messy maze here. There's a mushroom in that block. If I get it from above, it doesn't have to grow slowly, it just falls out instantly. This is what I was thinking of in 2-1. There's a 1-up in that blank space between coins. Okay, I confused the two spots. Now that I see it here, I recognize it for sure. Ooh, too many Goombas. So, there's a bunch of stuff going on in this big block of pipes here. I have phased through that wooden block. Did you see that? I don't know why or how I did it, but it happened. Alright, that Goomba won't come back. It's a little hard to get into that hole. It's a lot hard to get into that hole. I tried to pick up an ice block and it just didn't pick. This level has a timer. It's going to run out. So I'm just resigned to that. It's fine. Because I insist on making my way in here. There we go. I picked up another one. Now theoretically I could get in. Might need to pick up the third one to make it practical though. Yeah, if I hold right, it's just not good enough. If I could swerve, I could get in, but that's hard to pull off. Whatever's in here, it's impossible for it to be worth it. Well, I'm gonna keep trying until I get it. Goomba now dead. Alright. So let's try the swerve instead of the pickup. There we go, the swerve worked. You're dangerous. Please stop being. Fire flower, you know what? At least it's something I can use now. And a way to go here where there's a couple of coins. Alright. I wonder what would have been in those bricks at the start if I had brought a shell. Probably nothing. They'd probably just break. This maze just seemed impossibly large when I first saw it. Now seeing it, I can keep track of where I am just fine. It's no problem. So I'm going all the way across the top. If I go all the way across the top, it is pretty large actually. I end up down here where there's absolutely nothing. That pipe leads to the exit, I happen to know. A pipe like it. I'm not actually 100% sure that's the one. So I can go down here where the note blocks are, and I think that leads closer to the exit than the other thing I could have gone down. I'll check both. I might have time to do everything here. It's gonna be tight. Alright, let's see what's down there, because I'm fairly certain I don't, that doesn't go through. So down and left, nothing. Down and right. Also immediately nothing. Okay. I think I have time. One of those wood blocks down there has a power-up in it, I think. You? You? I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. Okay. There's a flower here I can't get. Not that I need it, because I already have one. No one up there. How do I get into that cache of coins toward the start? I haven't gotten back there yet. Oh, this keeps going. Right, okay. That's the way to the exit, I know. I might not have enough time anymore. Does one of these have a power-up? No. Alright, well I'm insisting on doing things that'll result in a time-up, almost certainly. But I am insisting. We're doing this. Maybe I can race to the exit. This is not the spot. Where's the spot? Big nothing here. Here's the spot. I just want to show this. And I didn't even get it. Alright, well I showed it. Let's race! There's no way I'll get there in time, but I'll try! 17, 16, right. If I'm running fast, the timer goes slower because of, like, CPU cycles or something, maybe. No, this is definitely impossible. 4, 3, what's in this? It's a fire flower. Alright, let's try that again, knowing the route, and not take all of the detours. Going in small? Yeah, I sure am. I need to be able to break blocks, though. There's a mushroom provided for that. Okay, you, please. So I go on top from here, right? Because the right doesn't go. Mm-hmm. Among the many Goombas. I go above because there's absolutely nothing below. I have such a clear memory of one of those wood blocks being boppable from the side and having a power-up in it, but maybe that's another of those false memories. There's nothing this way? There's nothing this way. You know, I have yet to actually get a one-up by chain-bopping enemies. It's a thing you can do that I haven't found a good spot for doing yet. I tried it a little bit in 1-2, but didn't fully commit to the bit. There will be some good opportunities in World 8. Right, there's nothing here. I already checked this. This is just another way to... Is it one of you? Maybe this is just something I'm making up. I thought one of those had a power-up in it. This is not the way. Okay, how do I go? You know what? Maybe I don't know my way as well as I thought. Alright, I know when I see that chain of ice block walls that I'm close. This is where I died. That's the way to the exit. This is the way to coins. Yeah. And a couple of more coins, and the exit. This level was mandatory. Can't avoid the maze. The maze in the maze. "66 Marios. That's about how many I had when I started, I think, so we're just about at equilibrium, huh? Alright, I remember nothing. Mushroom star, 10 coin, star. Okay, well. Was that a star above a star? So that pattern can happen if I saw what I thought I saw. Well, that's an imposing start. I guess what I want to do is like this. Wow, what a jump. Boo Diddly's here. Rotodisc is here. Tiny one-tile jumps are here. Anything in this? A star? Fascinating. I won't be getting it, probably. No, it went to the lava. Well, if I die and restart, I'll try again. Fire is very useful here. So, like, this is pipe land, but really it's kinda plant land, but I guess it's just because plants grow out of pipes. Semi-blind jump there, not a lot of opportunity to look ahead. This is a nasty spot if you don't have fire. That guy has fire. So do I. And now I don't. Well, and now I don't have a tail either. That's fine, there's a jump that's going to be extra fun here without a tail. This one was hard for me when I was younger. Now it's literally nothing. But that swerve. Young child's motor control has a bit more trouble with that. Yeah. Duck sliding in this game, not so easy. Right, so I can bait the thwomp so that I have plenty of time, and Boom Boom should be here. This tile floor is always where he is found. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of interesting Boom Boom behavior that I'm skipping by killing him this quickly. I've shown the wings, I've shown the big jump, I've shown the running fast, and that's all you really need to see. Alright, so second muncher plant on the map, so, like, don't try to go between those, you'll never, really? You'll never pull it off, probably. Is there something in this? Oh, look how the note blocks, jump blocks, officially, look how they stop animating. They're synchronized with the plant cycle. Okay, well that's just a tiny little place with a mushroom at the end of it. Alright, so I have no requirements to do this in a special suit. Let's just go in no suit. You're a piranha plant, of course. A Venus fire trap. Alright, so this is Final King, Final Airship, Final Koopa Kid. Once we get to the end of it... And really, I'm so confident I'm coming into this with no power-ups. Yeah, That's right. You know what? That's not going to work. I'm just going to have to... Oh. Alright, airship's going to fly off. I did not get the anchor, so I'll just have to chase it down. Alright, so now I have to engage with the pipe maze of the pipe maze. How do I get to where the airship is? Where even is it? Here. Let's bring something. How about a mushroom? Just so I can take one hit. Alright, yeah, this bolt is not going anywhere. Let's just not. I suppose I could have brought a Tanuki to show that you can statue kill those flames, but you can just take my word for it. How about that? Alright, this set of bolts I might actually need. I can't spin it fast enough for that, though. So I better not need it. Yeah, how would you spin it that fast? That thing's shooting nothing. Was there a flame that was supposed to spawn but didn't there? Like some of the plants we saw a couple of levels ago? Maybe. Rocky Wrench hasn't shown up for a while, so here's where you gotta spin the thing backwards for a power-up. You don't actually have to, but it gives a bonus. I always thought that was super neat. And here's a chance to screw it all the way in. Ah, dang it! Or to fall off. You can do that too. If you screw it all the way in, you can just stand on it and not fall off. Alright, so back to the beginning. This will be the quick way there. Alright, at this point I am now confident enough to go with nothing. I'll get both of the power-ups, and I'll be just fine. How about that? Stand here. Stand here. And everything's good. Here's power-up number 1. Very early, just gotta pass the 2 flames. Not so hard if you're okay with being in one-tile spaces, which at this point it probably should be. Okay, there was a flame there. This time it showed up for work. Hooah! Alright, Rocky Wrench is gonna be here, right? Yes. If you screw that too far, it actually falls off the track. I didn't get both... Oh, and it even does that if I'm going forward. How silly. This guy respawns super fast. You can never keep him down. Alright, is this the one that I want to do that with? This one killed me before. So check it out. I screw it all the way, and now I can just stand on it. That spot seems to be made just to show that off. Little tiny airships. This is not one airship, but many small ones. Do I need that? I doubt it, but I guess I'll use it for this jump. That one I really don't need to interact with at all. This one's a bit longer. I guess I'll use it a little bit. Ooh, this is a long airship. It's not done yet. Alright, so series of bolts. Nuts. Both. Yeah, the window of time for jumping is not very big, so those are actually pretty dangerous to interact with. I always like them, though. They're fun. Right, that's the end. This is Ludwig von Koopa. He kind of does... Oh, he does earthquakes. Combination of, like, Morton and Roy both earthquaked, I want to say. And I guess he just does, like, more earthquakes than either of those, or something. Anyway, he's done. And World 7 is done. That was fun. Piranha Plant King turns into what? That. Okay. That face is hard to read. Which are the eyes and which are the nostrils or eyebrows? I think the bottom ones are the eyes and the top ones are eyebrows? Yeah, I think it reads better that way. Check it out! This letter's not from the princess! This is from King of the Koopa. So this game was made during the brief period of time when Bowser went by King Koopa, or King of the Koopa in this game. Look at the space before that last line. If you dare try and rescue her. Why the spacing? Alright. So anyway, I was running around saving other kingdoms, so back at home, Peach ran afoul of Bowser's usual kidnapping, and now I'm in Dark World. Alright, so, final world next time. I'll see you then.